Hello and welcome over to another episode of Inside Charlie's Mind. As you can see, this week I am laying on a bed and tossing a ball. I lose that ball very quickly, I'll tell you that. Now, you may be wondering, Charlie, last week you told me, well, us, not me, it is personally you. I'm talking to each of you individually, but as a whole, you know what I mean? Like, I'm making eye contact with each of you in a group, but I'm still talking to the whole. Anyway, so like I said, I was supposed to do rapid fire questions this week. I know I told you that last week, but instead, I don't know. What do I want to say? Time lapse really doesn't make sense for just rapid fire questions because I kind of meditate. That's what I'm doing is I'm meditating. I have my headphones on. I have this one track that I listen to and meditate to. Anyway, but so this week I'm going to talk about teams and like not teamwork is much, it'll of course partially be about teamwork because teamwork is teamwork and it's part of being a team, but the lore of being on a team. All right, so let me explain it like this. Because recently, of course, as many of you may know, many of you may not know, hi, I'm Charlie, that's the first thing. And secondly, I film sports for a living, even though I'm like the furthest from caring about sports. Recently, though, it's come into my mind that I've watched a whole sports game and it was okay. I didn't enjoy it, I didn't hate it, but I did it mostly because I was in a suicide poll, which is whenever you bet on a team to win, and if they lose, then you're out. It's as easy as that. You can't pick the same team twice. So I watched it because of that, and I wasn't feeling it. I was having one of those days where it's like I don't want to do anything. All right. I of course then made up for it by writing out a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which for me personally, that definitely made up my nerd reputation. But anyway, but after watching that, it's like and also I'm in the phase of like I want to play Madden and like NFL. Well, Madden is not NFL, but like Madden, NHL, FIFA, UFC. UFC not as much, but it's sort of the same deal where you're kind of on a team because you're you're the athlete, but the team behind you is who trains you, what motivates you, etc. But anyway, being on a team is just something that I've always wanted to do. Like whenever I was on the chess team, I loved it. Volleyball team, I loved it. There's that camaraderie. It's fun. I mean, they may not be your friends per se, but they are on the court. And it's like, that they have your back, no matter what. And it's really cool. It's a cool feeling to have that sort of camaraderie. And it's because this is like, as many people may know, I mean, like it's in human nature to like be with other people. That's why you don't see too many hermits or like at least by choice. A lot of the times, you're like there might be hermits or people who are living alone, but it's not by choice. Like they're forced to, or they're like exiled or something for some reason. I know I say exiled as in like it's colonial times. Like, ooh no, you don't believe in the God we believe in. Nah, you can't be in our village. Doses, not that kind of thing. But it's like they don't. Some people do choose to be alone. Don't get me wrong, but other people don't choose to be alone, but they're forced to be alone. It's the fact of like sort of like the moth goes to the flame. It's like the human goes to the group because the group has something they want. I mean, even if you're a leader, you still want to be around people because who's going to follow you? If you're a follower, you want a leader. And each of those things, they're fine to be. But just being part of a team is something else, because you're not just alone facing the world. You have people at your back that are going to be at your back. Even if it's for sports, it's like for this one particular event, they're going to have you back. All right. They're going to be there. You're all working together towards the same goal. It feels like being part of a unit. And sometimes, it's good to be creative. Don't get me wrong. And like to be an individual, but even on a team, you can be an individual, but like you're representing the whole and the whole is representing you, So it's something I was just thinking of because like I said, I haven't been part of a team in a while, but last night too. No, because I'm part of the production team and it's fun. Like you get to know people and all of that good stuff. You get to talk to them all the time, have fun. You can like trade tips of the trade or the craft. Trade tips of the craft is probably a better way to put that. It's fun, and like, cause last night I was alone here. Like I got back from my night class around like 9:00, and I was alone until like midnight, and I had one of those nights where it was just, again, like, I want to do nothing. I don't know what to do. Nothing is motivating me at this point in time. And you could see maybe my tweet from last night where I finally, like, wrote a script for something that I been wanting to work on for a very special person. And no, it's not my girlfriend, even though she's the most specialist person in my life, but that's beside the point. But there's also the thing, like, that's why people pair off is because it's like you're part of a team of two, Like, I'm not saying asexual isn't our thing, but I mean, a lot of people aren't asexual for that reason because, humanity was created in the sense of pair off, have kids, reproduction, And that's kind of how the whole group mentality comes around too, is because like how humanity is triggered, just like many other animals, is hey, make as many kids as possible, and people are like, all right, well, I'm gonna go get this group of people. Hopefully, one of those people in that group will be like, hey, yo, you want to have kids, or you want to make kids, or you want to adopt kids, and it's like, oh yeah, sure, and then boom. And it's nice to just always have a friend, someone who's always gonna be there for you. That goes back to like a whole like just paying off into twos. It's like you always have that one person you know is on your side, even if you're wrong. I mean, and if you are wrong, if they love you, they'll tell you you're wrong. They'll still like take your side, but they'll explain to you how it's wrong in the most loving of ways. So yeah, it's cool being part of a team. That's why Alpha Clock is like a community of things. It's like if I was a solo creator, I know there's a lot of you solo creators out there, and of course there's a lot of you who just watch the channel. Being a solo creator, in my opinion, it's fun. You can of course get a mass following, as we can see by PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all these other big YouTubers. But being part of a team, it takes the pressure off. You're all representing one thing. You're all working towards one goal. You have so many. Like, I'm not saying, like, of course, behind every big solo, quote-unquote, YouTuber, there's a team or something like that, or there's friends that they talk to, and that's where they get their experiences from. And it's just, instead of that, there's just a team that runs the YouTube channel. It's just being part of a team and teamwork. There's a reason why, I guess, parents push for kids to do sports. Of course, there's, other reasons, but the only reason I would push would be like, well, I mean, it's not the fact that I care that you're making friends. Like, if you don't have friends, cool, that's fine. That's the other thing. Like, socially awkward people, they're socially awkward, but they still want to be part of a group. I mean, like, it's like the goth example. We all don't want to conform by looking exactly the same way. It's the same, like, thing. They're all part of the goth group just because they don't want to have those friends. And so that's the only reason I, as a parent, would push my kids into sports, is because, if I have kids, of course, I mean, I'll probably have kittens and puppies. But anyway, but the only reason they push them into sports is because, like, hey, you know, you're not making friends. I know you can do something. I'm not going to push you into any particular sport or anything like that. I'm not going to, or activity even. It doesn't even have to be a sport. Fuck it. What am I thinking, right? Like, just go join a fucking arts and crafts. Sorry, the cursing got to me. I'm sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit here. Just go join like a club. Go join like arts and crafts club, or I don't know, book reading club, or just book club. I guess that's also just another term for book reading club. A book club is shorter. Make some illustrations. Get a Tumblr. That's the thing about like social media, is that's why people somewhat get addicted to it, is because I can be the best me to a group of people and they love me for it. It's like how a kind of a core of social media addiction comes about. And I mean, of course, that's just my opinion. I have zero goddamn clue if that's true, because I'm a TV video major. I don't know much about psychology. I mean, I took one psychology class, one sociology class, so I don't know. Don't take my word for it. This is just the guy's opinions who somewhat make sense to him. You know, yeah, you're picking up what I'm throwing down. I'm not going to drag it anymore. So yeah, teamwork. Leave in the comments below. Do you want to be part of a team? Do you not like being part of a team? Why not? Is there any like sport you wish you would have played, or a group that you wish you would have joined? Same thing, like I'm just thinking about now, like bands. Those are amazing groups to be part of, because you're part of a team. You're all working towards one goal of creating sweet, sweet music. And then even the people who follow them, it's like, oh my gosh, we all have this in common. Let's talk to each other. We have more in common. We're now all friends. You know what I mean? So yeah, teams. Leave in the comments. Do you want to be part of one? What kind of team would you want to be a part of? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I've said like yeah a couple times now, and I repeated my questions. So until next time, this has been Charlie, or Inside Charlie's Mind. This has been Charlie inside of Charlie's Mind. There we go. I'm like little Charlie. So yeah, toodaloo. We love you. Hey, how you doing? So you like that video? That's great. Should probably leave a like and a comment to let us know. Probably share it with your friends too, and hit that subscribe button. Make us feel good about ourselves. All right, thank you.